Stay tuned at the end of the show to learn more about the 2018 Teacher's Guide to Technology by my friend Jennifer Gonzalez. Or if you want to check it out now, go to coolcatteacher.com/guide. Now on with the show. Today we're hearing from Heidi Sloane. She is the teacher selected by the Iditarod Race in Alaska to follow the race and blog it and create lesson plans. It's coming up in March, but we're going to learn how to go ahead and to connect and learn from the Iditarod Race. So this is definitely one of those you want to listen to so you can understand how to interact with this vital resource and have so much fun with your kids as you track the Iditarod.
The 10-Minute Teacher Podcast with Vicki Davis. Every weekday, you'll learn powerful, practical ways to be a more remarkable teacher today.
Today, we're talking with Heidi Sloane, Virginia 5th grade teacher who has the privilege of reporting on the Iditarod this year. So, Heidi, tell us about this opportunity and what you're going to be doing.
The Iditarod, is a dog sled race across Alaska commemorating the Iditarod Trail and the sled dog tradition of Alaska. And every year I have incorporated the race into my classroom for a long time, and it just builds engagement and motivation with the kids. They have a whole education department, but they choose one teacher a year to actually go on the race. And so it's been a dream of mine for years. And so I applied, and I was chosen last April to be the 2018 teacher on the trail. So I will be going up and speaking in schools and then actually flying by bush plane to all the stops that the mushers have to stop at. And I'll write lesson plans and what's going on each day from up in Alaska.
So how will people be able to follow these lesson plans and let their students follow along?
If you go to Iditarod.com and then the education tab, there's just a boatload of wonderful lesson plans for every subject. And then my tab is Teacher on the Trail, and I've been posting weekly for months. And I have a lot of ideas and lesson plans for teachers too. I just put one up that if you're new to the Iditarod, just getting started, it's a really good checklist of ways to just jump in with all that you need just to start. So I would recommend that too if they're new to it.
What do your students think about this opportunity?
They're very excited. They're a little apprehensive that I'll be gone for 5 weeks because it's actually March 22nd that I get back. The race actually begins on March 3rd, so that'll be the weekend to be watching. But they're excited. They've loved learning about the Iditarod. It's just so new to kids, especially in the South. They just have no concept of the cold and snow and all the neat things that go into mushing dogs. And so they just really get excited, and it really helps them want to read the articles and do the math problems and make the STEM activities that have to do with it. So it just wraps up really easily into our curriculum.
Heidi, what are some of the best things to teach using the Iditarod as sort of a backdrop?
There's a lot of character education that you can pull out of it. Determination, loyalty, all leadership, all that kind of stuff is definitely can be pulled in. I do a lot with math. There's so many things like even geometry. You can work with the dog's harnesses and make the angles and measure the angles of the harnesses. So there's just a lot of fun things with math that you can do. I do a STEM project where the kids have to come up with a little dog house that has a certain amount of volume in it using graham crackers and frosting. So there's just all sorts of neat things you can do. And there's a lot of articles that mushers write and the EDU of Iditarod does. And so you can have your kids read the articles and, I don't know, there's just so many fun things.
So Heidi, will people be able to tweet you? Will classrooms be able to tweet you questions?
My internet is sort of spotty because I'll be in the interior of Alaska. So while I'm gone, probably the best way to reach me would be email the teacher at Iditarod.com. And I will be able to email back sometimes and possibly even send a little Skype video or something to teachers. So if they want to see the dogs and see what's going on, I'll do my best.
When do applications open to apply for 2019? Because that's going to be the first question some folks ask after they take a look at all your lesson plans.
They have actually selected some finalists for 2019. So the next stop would be 2020. So they are due December 1st. So there is, if you click on the Teacher on the Trail tab, it tells about how you can apply as well and what the requirements are. But it's just a thrill of a lifetime. So if anybody's interested, I would just say go for it and try.
Oh, and Alaska is such a beautiful state. I've been there and spoken at their conference, and so many beautiful, wonderful educators there. And just the beauty is just tremendous.
Yes. Oh, it is. It's just pristine. I've been getting a lesson ready for the Alaskan schools comparing Virginia kids to Alaskan kids and things that Virginia kids never see, like snow machines or moose.
Well, until this winter, right?
That's right. That's right.
This winter's been wild. Okay, so how does a teacher get started? You said you have posted a lesson plan on getting started with teaching about the Iditarod, but tell us again where to go and how you think that we should start.
Go to Iditarod.com. And the Teacher on the Trail tab is just along the right side. And on there, it's New to the Iditarod, I think is what I titled the post. And basically, it gives some book ideas for read-alouds to get started and getting your kids familiar with the race. It's got some math activities. It's got activities on researching the rules, which is good reading research practice, and that helps them understand. I've got a packet in there that helps them know how to find a musher that they can follow and cheer for and what they can look for on the website once the race starts. Got ideas on graphing the temperature and things like that all along the race and the checkpoints, doing activities with those. So those are some of the things that you can just get started, and then you can build from it as time goes on. I always say start small, and you can always add to it later.
So Heidi, what is the most surprising thing you've learned about the Iditarod?
I love the Alaskan people. A lot of the mushers are from Alaska or the northern countries, even like Norway and Sweden. And I just love their adventurous spirit. And I love how difficult the Iditarod is. People don't realize, I mean, you're going down mountain cliffs, you're going over frozen rivers that sometimes have water on them, and just the bitter cold and the do-it-yourself type attitude. I just love that, and how the mushers help each other along the trail, and all that's been a wonderful learning experience for me.
The Iditarod is coming up March 3rd through March 22nd. We will have all the resources for you. We can follow Heidi. Heidi, thank you for coming on so that we can have a voice, and we'll, of course, have your picture that we can include with this exciting opportunity for teachers to be able to take some fun lesson plans and kind of get to know exactly what's going on. This is just a great teaching opportunity, and I love how this event is actually having a teacher there to really engage other teachers and students. I think it's a fantastic model, and I hope a lot of events will follow this model.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vicki, for the opportunity to share.
My favorite book on technology, The Teacher's Guide to Technology 2018 version, is here from my friend Jennifer Gonzalez with over 200 education technology tools. You can learn more at coolcatteacher.com/guide. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what's in it. She has written about over 200 education technology tools, things for assessment, flipped learning, presentations, parent engagement, videos, and more. Now, in the book, you have a simple description, a screenshot, and examples of how it's used in the classroom, because remember, it's not about the tool, it's actually about what you're trying to do. But then you can click a button and there is a video that shows how the tool works. This is a fantastic and affordable guide. Just go to coolcatteacher.com/guide and check out the 2018 Teacher's Guide to Tech by Jennifer Gonzalez.
Thank you for listening to the 10-Minute Teacher Podcast. You can download the show notes and see the archive at coolcatteacher.com/podcast. Never stop learning.